when we have the break going across the Atlantic, when we come back from the break, we have to announce ourselves to whoever's in the cockpit so they know that we're ready to come in. And most of us will just say, hey, it's Mike, hey, it's Bill, ready to come back. Well, Bob always calls and says, the king is back. That's the truth. So I wrote a poem called Ode to the King. And some of it's not going to sound really appropriate because it wasn't last night, but it's tonight, so it's today. So anyway, we are gathered here to celebrate the career of our good friend Bob Lawlor, whose body of work is hard for any of us to follow. When he started with the airline, he wore many a hat. Ramper, agent, crew scheduler, oh yeah, Bob was all that. When Piedmont hired him as a pilot in '77, like many of us, he thought he'd died and gone to heaven. Bob's first assignment would have given many pilots fits. It was a Japanese airplane with engines made by the Brits. Who knows how to do that? I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where's the great?
Yeah, it's scary that they fly the plane.
Bob, the secret's out. You can fly a plane, but you can't work the remote.
That's true. That's the first right button he pushed all day. Okay, where were we? Let's see. He went on to fly Boeings and eventually the big bus. Bob always smiled and never put up a fuss. Now, every so often in this business, you have to fly with a dud. And Bob, just so you know, to all of your peers, you're a stud. There's a saying about life that Bob has made true. It's never work if you love what you do.
Oh.
No.
No crying in there.
And he held it together really well, I'll tell you that. He's crisscrossed the U.S. and witnessed incredible sights. He's explored much of Europe, including the City of Lights. When it comes to choosing a restaurant, we always joke, just make sure they have
Spaghetti, bolognese, and Coke.
He's a simple man. Bob always has a riddle or maybe a little rhyme. We always laugh, even if we're hearing it for the 8th or 9th time. And if you know Bob, it's at least that many. Okay, so we're going to miss you, Bob. You sure set the bar high. We'll remember you often when we go out to fly. And before I close, I have to take one last jab. Bob, tell us what we all want to know. Are you really picking up the tab? I know, I messed up. There's one more. Okay. Bob, you're a pilot's pilot and a really great friend. A new life is waiting for you, even though this one has come to an end.
Yeah.